Hey guys, David C. Anderson here, coming at you from the Knife Center. And today we're going to be taking a look at some of our favorite knives from Benchmade Knife Company. Stick around. Specializing in high-end production knives, Benchmade is known for their folders, automatic knives, fixed blades, and especially Balisongs. And today we're going to be taking a look at our top 5 favorites. The first item on our list is a Benchmade classic, the Griptilian series. And at the heart of this knife is the axis lock, something that a lot of Benchmade's knives feature and it has a lot of great things going for it. The first thing you'll notice about the axis lock is it's completely ambidextrous. This lock bar goes through the frame on both sides, so whether you're a righty or a lefty, you should have no problems using it. You can open this Griptilian in 2 ways. One, by using the thumb cutout, like so, and then closing either with 2 hands or with 1 hand, with your thumb and middle finger using the index finger to close the blade. An even easier method, and the one I prefer, is simply pulling back on the lock bar and using your wrist to flick the blade out and flick the blade closed. It's very fast, you can get it out of your pocket in a heartbeat, cut what you need to cut, close it and put it away in very smooth motions. Apart from the axis lock, the thing we like most about the Griptilian series is there's one for everybody. You can get it in a large and small size, there's a lot of different handle colors available, and the overall shape is very streamlined. Rounded over, no sharp edges sticking out, means it can fit just about anyone's hand size. This high-end version is one of our favorites in the line. Comes with a G10 handle scale with blue liners and blue standoffs that just look fantastic, and US-made CPM 20CV blade steel, offering plenty of performance. So if you like to carry a long blade but don't want it to take up too much room in your pocket, we're a big fan of the Osborne 940 series. As you can see, you get a lot of blade length with this design, but it's still a very slim handle. It carries very unobtrusively in your pocket. Base models of this knife come with aluminum handles, but this 940-1 features carbon fiber scales, which means in addition to not taking up a ton of space, it's super lightweight. You'll never even notice this is there until you need it. Blue standoffs provide a little bit of extra style, and the blade steel on this is S90V for an absolutely insane amount of edge retention. Benchmade calls this blade shape a reverse tanto, but in use you can really think of it as kind of a modified sheep's foot blade. Really good for EDC, and you still get a lot of tip use. Next up on our list of favorite Benchmades is the automatic knife that Benchmade is most famous for, the Infidel. This is a double action out the front automatic, which means you can open and close the blade simply by sliding this lever frontward and backwards. Push the lever forward, and that D2 blade rockets out super fast. Both edges of this knife are sharpened, which means if you do happen to be using this for everyday utility, you get twice as much blade for the amount of length you're actually carrying with you. It features machined grooves on the front, which are inspired by Benchmade's Presidio series. Benchmade also offers a fixed blade version of this knife that you can check out. Next up on our list of favorites is the Benchmade 761. Benchmade may not have invented the genre of titanium frame lock paired with a super steel blade, but this is certainly, we think, one of the best entries available. Unlike the axis lock knives we showed you earlier, this knife is in a whole nother level of refinement. The pivot features bearings, which makes it smoother than a lot of the competitors in this segment. The blade steel is M390, which is very similar to the 20CV we showed you in the Griptilian before. Ton of edge retention, excellent stain resistance, just an all-around high performer. The precision on this knife is great. The tolerances are wonderful, there's no blade play whatsoever, and the sculpted pocket clip fits in there and looks just great. The only disadvantage to this knife is it is a right-hand side tip-down carry only, but don't let that turn you off because this really is a phenomenal knife. Now this wouldn't be a proper Benchmade list if we didn't have a Balisong on it. And while we could have easily picked any of the Balisongs they make, we went with the 51 Morpho. One of the reasons we picked this over some of the other knives in Benchmade's lineup is the light weight. The construction of this knife features jeweled titanium liners and G10 handle scales, which have been milled out for weight and for texture. The other cool thing about this knife is it's not just for doing tricks either. This truly is a butterfly knife that you could carry every day. There's a blue anodized and stonewashed titanium pocket clip, meaning it fits right in your pocket, and a simple drop point blade with D2 steel means it can really get some work done. The stonewashed finish on the blade will help hide scratches, as well as increase the corrosion resistance of that hardworking D2 steel. And the spine of this knife is crowned. Not only is that more comfortable when you're doing tricks, it's also more comfortable when you're choking up on the knife and doing some fine work with it. So guys, that's it for our list of top 5 favorite Benchmades. How do you think we did? If we left anything out or you want to give us your own list, be sure to leave it in the comments below. In the meantime, if you want to keep up with all our knife-related content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, don't forget to visit the original and best online catalog of cutlery at KnifeCenter.com. See you next time.
you.